Soccer fans, Soccer Sam fan Tuesday, we are live in Rochester, New York, 5 below zero right now. Snowstorm, snow emergency, but we're here. Rochester takes on the Harrisburg Heat. I am with Elliot Fauski, the Mohican Warrior. Warrior, thanks for being back, my man.
Soccer Sam, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Joe Giuliano is still suspended. We'll be talking about that during the broadcast.
He's a live wire, correct.
He's got some issues. But, you know, we're going to talk about the playoffs right now. I mean, the Lancers are in the playoffs. First game is March 5th. We expect all of you in Rochester to come here and support our Lancers. But, Elliot, we go through Syracuse. Tommy Tanner's a friend. We're going to beat them.
Correct.
Then we go to Baltimore at Hale.
Yeah, the Hailstorm.
The Hailstorm. He's also my mentor.
Ed Storm, the Hail. Ed, the Hailstorm. Correct.
Danny Kelly, legendary coach. Kevin Healy, legendary manager. We're going to beat them.
Correct. We're going to blow right through them.
Now we're going to go to the next round. And
Correct.
we don't know where it's going to happen, but we know most likely game 2 is going to be in your city. Wherever you're watching this right now, we're coming to your city, and you're going to celebrate with us right here. I just went to the Mardi Gras thing right there.
Yeah, big party.
Big party. You were there.
It was a pre-celebration.
What's with that
foreshadowing of what's to come.
That one girl. I don't know.
Man.
What happened? She's something wrong.
I don't know. He was something.
But if we go to Missouri, my man Brian, Bud, we celebrate in Missouri all the time. We close down bars. We close down rib joints. This time you're going to be celebrating with us.
Correct.
And then we're going to go to Chicago.
Then we go to Chicago. We blow through on our way out west. We storm through. We have a little own Ed Hailstorm of our own coming through the Midwest to the Western region.
In Chicago, they got the horse there. We're going to beat Chicago. Armando Gamboya, the owner, coach, great man. But Armando, we're going to come to your city. We're going to steal your horse and bring it here to Rochester for our parade.
It's nothing personal. It's just showmanship.
It's business, too.
Correct.
It's business. Then we're going to go to Milwaukee. Giuliano Oliviero, good friend. We've shared a lot of cannolis together. Giuliano, we are going to have the legendary Keith Tozer on the bench with us. He's just going to stare you down the whole game. He's going to be staring at you the whole game. Mess you up, and we're going to win the championship in Milwaukee in front of all the Wave fans.
Yes, he's on payroll. It's true.
Okay. And then we're going to go to Dallas, right?
Correct.
The sidekicks there. Tattoo, great coach.
Correct.
Ronnie Davis, Alan Balthrop, the historian, great people.
You wouldn't lie.
And you got a player that we know there. The guy
Alexander Megson from the Northwest. I know the man. He's been scoring some goals. He's looked dangerous. He needs a haircut, in my opinion.
Yes.
But he has been playing well.
Well, we're going to go to Dallas, and I'm going to wear my tattoo shirt from when I was a kid when he used to throw the shirts into the stands, and we are going to beat Dallas right in their home field. We're going to do it.
We got to.
And then we're going to go to the other side. We don't know who's going to be in the finals, but San Diego, 7-time, 8-time, 10-time champion, the most winningest indoor franchise in history. Phil Salvaggio, ensure this, that we are going to be raising the Ron Newman Cup at your stadium in San Diego.
And we're going to walk that thing right across the border and fill it with Tijuana tequila.
Oh, I can't wait for that one.
It's going to be beautiful.
And if we go to Ontario, you know the guy in Ontario there, Bernie Lillevoice, one of my favorite Blizzard players.
Yep. He can handle the cold, but word has he went soft and went west, where the heat is. It's -5 here without the wind chill, Sam. I don't think they can handle it.
Bernie, we're going to beat you so bad, and we're going to take your dance team with us. We're going to go celebrate in Tijuana, right?
Correct.
That's right up the street.
Yeah.
And then we don't know. It might be Vegas. You know what they say? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, except for the MASL Championship Trophy.
Will not stay in Vegas. It can't stay in Vegas.
We're bringing it back here. And look, you got the Sacuna there, Dominic Sacuna, my brother from another mother, and my favorite mayor, Mayor Cohn. They own the team. Guys, you're going to celebrate with us in your city. We're going to beat your team in your city. So all you fans, bring a Lancer T-shirt to the games when we come to your city, because we're going to win it all.
Correct.
And you got to kind of go with who's winning, right?
Yeah.
And we're going to do a parade, not only here in Rochester.
We welcome bandwagoners. Some people resent bandwagon fans.
We love that.
We welcome huge bandwagon. We're going to fill this whole arena twice with bandwagoners.
So we're going to come to your city. We're going to do a parade here, and then we're going to go back to your city and do a parade there just to rub it in, right? We do that?
Yeah, humbly.
Now, you're not playing tonight. You played last game, got a great assist.
Thank you.
You're back. What's going on?
Man, I showed up to the game today. Coach puts me on the roster. We go up to the referees. They tell me I don't exist. I say I'm Elliot Fauski, the Mohican Warrior. They say we have no record of this whatsoever. So, you know, I'm not a conspiracy theorist by any means. But Ed Hale, if you've read Hailstorm, his new book, as he discusses the CIA and his connections, he's used those to manipulate me, and he has erased my identity.
You're gone.
I have a call into the Attorney General. My lawyers are working on it, but it's way over their head.
Your Dunkin' Donuts card won't even work right now.
No, I can't even get into Dunkin' Donuts. So now I'm looking to go to the United Nations, where hopefully I'll be cleared by playoff time.
So we hope to have you back. Ed Hale, Hailstorm, March 1st, Lancer home game here. We play Baltimore. Ed Hale, the godfather of indoor soccer, is our honorary captain. So please, that game, be careful. Yeah. You know what happened in Baltimore with your hair and they put the stuff in the mousse and all that?
They caught me unawares. I told you it would not happen again. They caught me in an alley with shampoo, conditioners, combs. They were trying to take away the mystique in my Warrior Cave. I've been hiding out. I'm back. We aren't worried about that. Now we just have to get my papers in order.
I love the hair.
Thank you.
You know, I went to go see the movie 50 Shades of Grey with my wife, so I got rid of the 50 Shades of Grey. You like it?
I like it. Now he's got one shade of gray.
And I'm going to do the game tonight, handcuffs and blindfolds. Just a tribute to the movie.
I'll be darned.
Well, soccer fans, we'll be back here live in Rochester, New York, where the Rochester Lancers take on the Harrisburg Heat. Stay warm if you're watching this. It's below 5 right now here in Rochester, and hopefully you're warm wherever you're at.
Stay warm, San Diego.
Soccer fans, Soccer Sam Fantuzo live in Rochester, New York with the Mohican Warrior, Elliot Fowski, the Lancers, and the Harrisburg Heat back here, 5 below 0 in Rochester, New York, in a great, great turnout. A big walk-up tonight, and fantastic, Elliot, to have you back.
Yeah, it's good to be here. I never thought I'd miss it. You know, it was great to get out there and play a couple games, but let's do this.
First shot of the game there from Ortiz, Jeremy Ortiz, J.O. with the new haircut. I had a haircut like that once when, I think in grammar school, when I had lice in my hair, they got rid of it. But Jeremy's got a really tight haircut for this kind of weather.
Yeah, I had the exact same haircut the day I was born. Looking real clean today.
Mauricio Salas, 5 goals on Sunday here when we played, or Saturday when we played Harrisburg. The Lancers winning that 28-10. A lot of changes in the lineup tonight for the Lancers, including Elliot Fowski taking over for Duncan Dom. Dom Vieira taking a break from the broadcast. He'll be up at halftime with his halftime analysis of what's going on here. And here comes Hoxie to Gary Boughton, the pride and joy of Buffalo, New York, taken down in the box. No call there. And there's Timmy Mel with the ball right now. Timmy Mel got an assist last game, his second assist of the season for the Harrisburg Heat.
Yeah, good for him. Congratulations. Hoxie trying to get himself an assist as well. Some big and smooth footwork as per his usual.
The big, smooth Andrew Hoxie. So Foxy Mustache Mania is still running wild all over Rochester. We talked about it in the pregame. All you fans out there, wherever city you're listening to this or watching this, we are coming to your city into the championship game. We don't know where the championship's going to be, game 2 of the championship playoffs. We are going to be in your city celebrating our victory. Right, Elliot?
Correct. As I sat in the Warrior Cave with my calendar, I definitely penciled in on the rock wall sometime in March, some city for a championship.
Nice shot there by Harrisburg. It looked like it was Ryan Rohr with the shot and Marcelo going down low. And look who's back for the Lancers. He wears number 14. He is Edgar Bartholomew. Where'd he go? What happened to him, man?
The professor, man, he went ahead and went home. He was here and then he was gone. Something happened to his wife where she came up pregnant with 3 babies, I believe, as the story goes, which is amazing. So Edgar doing his part to populate the earth with wonderful soccer players, and we wish her health. She had some complications. So
first shot. First shot and goal of the game for Edgar Bartholomew. I think maybe assisted by Marcelo, our goalkeeper. Edgar saying, hey, I'm just going in. I miss playing soccer. And then he tries to do the somersault or whatever that was, handstand.
Yeah, the round off. I believe that's a handspring with the round off landing. Little rough on the landing. He's been out for a few months. We'll give him a little time to sharpen that up. But nice little step over, touch inside, cut back to the right foot. He's not even a right footer, but he's going to make that happen.
Timmy Mel did a great job trying to get it, and good job by Edgar. Welcome back, Edgar. Edgar's wife they're expecting triplets, and Edgar did the duty as a great father and spent some time with his wife. And hopefully we'll give you an update on that soon on when the kids are.
Yeah, he was in Rochester. I think he just rented a car and drove home to Angola, Africa. To be with her. So
yeah, she was in Angola, and now I think his family's in Canada where he lives. Nice pass up Andrew Hoxie to Venino. Venino a little slow on the ball there. Great save there by Timmy Mel. Timmy just dove on their feet first. Great goalkeeper. Timmy's got some great skills.
Yeah, fearless approach. He had Vanino bearing down on him, and he came up with a big save.
Mauricio Salas to Hantes. Sean Hantes, number 20, a Rochester Lancer 2 All-Star, one of the fastest players on this team. Great player. Comes from the Maru family of great soccer players in this community, and great to see Sean getting some playing time here. And here's Marcelo, who was suffering from an eye infection. Bad giveaway and a shot and a chance there. Great stop on the goal line by Steven Basso from Italy. Great stop there. Marcelo's struggling with the he hasn't played in a while. And we talked about this last game, Elliot. You weren't on. But you guys are practicing at TSC. Great complex, but a lot smaller field. It's tough for goalkeepers to get adjusted. It takes a good quarter to get adjusted to this size field. Yeah,
there's a number of things at play here. One, the field is smaller, but also the goal is smaller, and that we train on. So here you have to cover more space that you're not accustomed to training on, as well as the surface, right? We have field turf, which is false blades of grass, so the ball plays slower at our training facility. Out here on the AstroTurf, the ball moves a lot quicker pace. So it's quite an adjustment, particularly for goalkeepers.
Well, great stop there by Steven Basso, saving it on the line there. And I tell you, we talked about his last game. Harrisburg gets their chances, but they kind of have the same issues we had year 1, year 2, and year 3, missing a lot of easy ones. They start going in. This is a new team here. They got a lot of great players here for Harrisburg, and they just got to finish their chances. So far, they've had 3 chances this game they could easily bury, and they didn't. The Lancers up 2-0 right now in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's true. They play with a lot of belief. Their record does not accurately display how hard they fight and how much belief they play with, and they do have talent. So their record is not favorable, obviously, but they had their first win shortly before playing us a couple weeks ago, and they came out and gave us a good game. They had a rough first quarter where we were able to score a lot early, and then from then on it was very even. So I have a lot of respect for them. Any team that fights, no matter what the odds are, is good with me, and I agree with you. I don't think they're that far off. A few missing pieces, maybe a couple, connected passes to finishing, and their record probably looks 500.
1-15. They won their one and only game against St. Louis. A lot of close ones this year. They seem to play back-to-back games for arena reasons, and that second game's a challenge when you're playing back-to-back where a lot of teams come in fresh. But Harrisburg's a great organization. John Wilsbach, great owner. Coach Tariq Walker. I talked to Ed Hale today. He says Tariq's an amazing gentleman, and wish them the best next year as they regroup. But I tell you, they're a good young team. Here we go. Here comes Harrisburg with a breakaway to Val Teixeira, the captain. Dom Vieira calls him Teixeira. It's in Portuguese. I think it's Teixeira.
Is it not Teixeira?
It's or whatever you say it. But
I would love to share a meal with you and discuss that. I really don't know how to say it. I mean, Dom speaks Portuguese, but I feel like how you interpreted Dom's interpretation, unless you're butchering his accuracy, I think he's wrong.
Yeah, that's probably me. Me. But Val
we'll blame you.
7 goals, 8 assists so far for the season. Great job. Scored a goal last week here in Rochester, or this past Saturday here in Rochester against the Lancers. But a great player, great leader on this team. And then Pupu Perez in the lineup now from Cuba. Just got here. Welcome back to America. Scored 3 goals on Saturday against the same Harrisburg Heat. And there's Enrique. He had a 2 goals, or goal and 3 assists, including a goal that you assisted for him the other day.
Yeah, cheeky little son of a gun, that one, straight out of Costa Rica. I met him 4 years back. We played in the PASL Premier League indoor, and then in the PDL together in the Northwest. And so we've been buddies for a while. He's like a little brother to me. So why not give him an assist, you know what I mean? Get my first point up for the year. Go ahead, give me a point, Enrique. I appreciate that, brother.
Enrique. We talked about, like, for year 1, I mean, he wasn't really on the team, but he was the guy that did your mohawk, so we kept him. I mean, how's Ellie going to come onto the field without his mohawk, without Enrique? And he just kept on getting better and better. Now he's on every lineup. He's part of the 14-man roster every game.
Yeah, he was my stylist. I kept him in a duffel bag, a small one. But no, his foot skills out of this world. He played for the youth national team for futsal in Costa Rica, and he played first division futsal as a teenager in Costa Rica, which was fantastic.
Great job there by Joey Tavernese. We talked about it last game. Joey was supposed to be on Jersey Shores. He was one of the last cuts at Jersey Shores, but he's having a fantastic year for your Lancers. Hit it off the boards there, looking for Hantes, but Hantes didn't read it. But a great job there by Joey Tavernese. Great kid.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I know we're up here in the Eagles' nest, but Mauricio Salas may have gotten trimmed up for this game as well. he didn't go baby bald with Ortiz, but
yeah,
clean nonetheless.
A little tight there on the hair. Joey Tavernese, 18 goals, 13 assists. Probably the biggest surprise this year for the Lancers. Mauricio Salas, 35 goals, 10 assists. And Andrew Hoxie, the big smooth, with 16 goals, 12 assists so far. And here comes Salas with a hard shot. Good thing that net is there. We would have lost a few more of our dancers.
Oh, yeah, I tell you what, he would be an excellent kickball player. I think he missed his calling, but he's made do with a worldwide soccer career.
We'll be back here on the Lancers Broadcast Network. The Lancers up 2-0. First quarter action, baby.
Official team dentist, Dr. Vincent Vella.
We are back here live in Rochester, New York in the Ide Family of Dealerships Broadcast Center, brought to you by Blue Rock Energy, Salvatore's Pizza, and Palmer's Direct. The Lancers are up 2-0 against the Harrisburg Heat. Soccer Sam here filling in for Joe Giuliano with the Mohican Warrior, and a shot and a goal right there for
from
Harrisburg.
Hill. Wow, what a strike. Chris Hall, excuse me.
Yeah, Chris Hall with the goal there, and Mal with the assist again. Third assist of the season for him. Chris Hall with the goal right into after the break there, and Harrisburg ties it up.
Yeah, I would like Val to not get any more assists, if you wouldn't mind. So plays that ball forward. Rochester caught flat-footed, and just a great strike to left. Marcelo, no chance. Long ball from the keeper, actually.
Wow. Yeah, it was Mel. It was Tim Mel with the assist.
I thought you said Val. Mel.
Yes, Tim Mel. Left Chris Hall wide open. Chris scored a goal the other night here. Great player. Just say, hey, you guys going to give me space. I'm going to score it. He doesn't miss, so great job there. 2-2, 6 minutes left here in the first quarter. Lancers and the Harrisburg Heat.
Hang on to your hats. Barn burner, baby.
You know, we talked about last game, Harrisburg has a lot of young players, but a lot of these guys have 2-3 years of experience. Like you said, they're just a couple players short of really being a contender in this league. And I think every team, every division in this league has one or two teams that just need just a little work. In our division, you know, Harrisburg's a team that just needs a couple more players to kind of change it. I thought Detroit was unlucky this year, had a lot of great games, close ones, overtime losses. Detroit Wazaflo had a great season so far. And here comes Hall again with a nice shot.
But an excellent block from Enrique. Hit the turf, laid out for that one.
Enrique. I think he has a real last name. We just like saying Enrique. It sounds like really Costa Rican when you say the same name over and over, different way.
Yeah, you're saying the right amount of names. He's got a bunch of names, but it's just not the same exact ones. Luis Enrique Hidalgo, and then there's a couple more on there, man. I don't know. I got it written down at home in my journal.
Jake the Snake Schindler there, number 26 for your Lancers, fourth-year player, great athlete.
Great local talent. Earthquake, Jake the Snake, bringing nothing fake. Schindler, I believe is his full name.
Yes, that's his real name. And some switches here. Steven Bassel's coming back in with Brad Venino coming back in the lineup. Venino knows a lot of these guys. Venino trained with the Roar last year, the Pennsylvania Roar, and a few of these guys come from the Roar. And here, look at Marcelo with the shades working. He's got to adjust to them. It's tough to adjust to them, and but he's got the glass there. He got poked in the eye a couple games back, and he's struggling with his releases here. And nice anticipation there off the rebound off the boards there. And here's Harrisburg with the ball right now, looking around. Here comes Val Teixeira with the shot off the boards, wide open in front of the box there. No chance there. Good job for Harrisburg. And here comes Joey Tavernese to Ortiz, Jeremy Ortiz in the corner looking for a foul there. Nothing. Ref says play on. And here comes Ryan Roar.
Jeremy O'Cheese having trouble slowing down. He moves so fast without all that extra hair on top.
I tell you, this
Chris Hall again.
Yeah, Chris Hall is a real deal though. Went right around Jamie Campinos like he was just standing there. And Chris Hall, some talent, man. This kid's gonna go somewhere. 13 goals so far this year, 4 assists for Chris Hall and the Harrisburg Heat. Steven Basso with the orange shoes on.
Yeah, they're power bait pink is what it says on the box when you buy those.
And here comes Andrew Hoxie, the big smooth, looking to hit it off the boards. He's going to hold on, and a little play there to Salas. Salas hit hard into the boards, and then Hoxie taken down there. Looked like he was taken down by Pat Thompson, and Hoxie looks like he's okay. He's feeling his mustache, make sure it's still on. Is that real, that mustache?
Well, it's really attached to his face. It's not natural hair. I think they're hair plugs. But, yeah, they're real as far as he showers with them and everything. It plays like a natural stash.
The big smooth Andrew Hoxie. Joe Giuliano not here. I'm going to tell you why in a second here. Here comes Salas all the way over to the Pride and Joy. Gary Boughton and Jake the Snake Schindler kind of got in the way there. Wait a minute. The referee says no goal? What's going on here? Jimmy Pashalides there. Jimmy says, hey, that's a goal, man. Is it a goal? Yes or no? Yes, it is. 4-2 Lancers.
It's got to be a goal because Jake screened the goalkeeper but didn't touch him. You are allowed to stand in front of him. So Gary hit it one time. The keeper dove into Jake, so I don't see how you can call that. And there's one person's set of shoulders I don't want screening me if I'm a goalkeeper, and that's Earthquake Jake the Snake bringing nothing fake Schindler, because he is a broad boy. And Gary, the Pride of Buffalo, with a nice little near post slip off the restart. We dig that around here.
Gary Boughton to assist to Mauricio Salas with the assist. Nice goal. 4 minutes left here in the first quarter of play. Lancers up 4-2. Good stuff here. And here comes Mauricio Salas looking to maybe distribute a little more. And you're right. Salas has the new hairdo working. Looks like the whole team kind of freshened up for this game. I mean, when it's this cold in Rochester, it's been 5 below zero. My wife and Paula Vieira and my family are in Florida trying to beat this coldness. And Joe Giuliano, who's supposed to be doing the broadcast right now, he got suspended for comments I made on one of the broadcasts. He decides to go to Florida. Have you seen him on Facebook or Bookface, whatever it's called? He's on the beach smoking cigars.
Yeah, Headbook, I saw it, and the guy is just absolutely living it up. It's like he's a bad boy on purpose. Like he wanted to get suspended. You know what I mean? He was made for it. But
I called Commissioner Kevin Milliken and said, look, Kevin, I made the comments about the referee in Baltimore and the one of the cheerleaders' kids, and Joe took the heat. And Joe said, no, it was me. I was me. I'll get suspended. And the next thing you know, he's in Florida on the beaches with his family.
Yeah, I'm thinking that guy is so loyal to take the fall for you like a true friend.
He is.
And really, the fall he took was the vacation that could have been yours.
It's unbelievable. And I'm stuck here alone, shoveling snow in Rochester, 5 below zero. My hairpiece froze this morning. I couldn't get it on. It was, that's awful when your hairpiece freezes. Nothing sticks to it.
That is not ideal. Yeah, we've all been there.
Well, not you yet with that mohawk, man. That's like a foot long now, brother.
Yeah, I try to cut it, but it keeps breaking my scissors. I got to get a stronger metal.
Edgar here. Here comes Jeremy Ortiz with the new do. Jeremy Ortiz coming in the box. He's past the yellow line, goes to Enrique off the boards, back to Ortiz, left-footed. It's a goal. It was Enrique off the board to Jeremy Ortiz. The Lancers go up 6-0, honey. Here, 6-2. I'm sorry. Here in Rochester, nice goal by Ortiz.
6-0, honey. Yeah, that was a nice counterattack. The ball stripped just over midfield. Mounting the counterattack was the bald and beautiful Jeremy Ortiz. The El Salvadorian roots. He was born on this great continent, but that man has Latin flavor in his touch. You see it right here. Commits the defender, finds Enrique low. Enrique takes a touch, plays off the boards. Back to Ortiz crashing in.
Enrique just knows how to hit those boards. You don't have to slam it, nice and gentle. He's like, Ortiz knows, hey, you better give it back to me. Look at this haircut. I took it for the team, and boom, left-footed. Ortiz, a right-footed player, but nice goal there. Lancers up 6-2. Nice hug there, and we're back to live action. Yeah. And Harrisburg has to get back into this one.
That was an excellent hug. Good delivery. I tell you, one of the worst hug deliveries of my life was caught on camera the first year here. If you remember Lubo, he and I miscommunicated on the celebration, and it ended up looking like the most uncoordinated, emasculating hug you can imagine. And Coach Billy Andracki at the time kept replaying it, living it over game film. The Mohican Warriors' less proud moment.
Tim Malhill with the ball. Tim with 3 assists this year so far for a goalkeeper, 2 against the Lancers. Not good for our defensive abilities here. And here's Marcelo with the protective eye gear that he encourages all young kids. Tape your fingers and wear the eye gear. Got hit in the eye last year when he was playing for Syracuse, and it happened again this year. But Marcelo is a great player from Brazil. He's played with all the greats in Brazil, and he's hopefully going to scout some players in the offseason. He's going to Brazil in April to hopefully bring some talent back from the Brazilian ranks of soccer.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. And yeah, he's got the eyewear. I imagine he got it from Alexander Optical, where we get our gear from, a great sponsor that has a whole lot of flavor. You know, you're an eye flavor guy. Eye candy, if you will.
I mean, I put the glass on. Here, look at it. It is Il Toro. Oh, and he takes down Tim Mel. Referee said Jimmy saw it. Jimmy P. I'll just call him Jimmy P. I can't say his last name properly. It's Pashilidis. Jimmy's been around for a long time. Kevin Barcy, our 4th official, has been around this game for a long time. Billy Engel out there. Steve Montanero and Jonathan Belinsky are the referees for tonight's assignment here in 5 Below, Rochester, New York. Snow emergency this morning. You know, we got to get these weather guys on our payroll. Ortiz here, one-on-one breakaway, gives it 2. Yes.
Wow. Unselfish play.
And here comes a dance.
Yeah. Give us a little Cuban mambo. What is that? Salsa, merengue, bachata. I do not know which is which, but that looked excellent. Perfect rhythm. Great delivery. So unselfish play from O-Cheese. The hair went, and so did the selfish behavior.
Ortiz looks up, sees Pupu Perez, El Toro. Perez puts it in the corner. Lancers go up 8-2. First quarter, 1 minute left here. And a great job by Ortiz with now a goal and an assist for the game so far for Ortiz. Great stuff. I'll tell you, I mean, they're having defensive issues, Harrisburg, and they did last week too. A nice chance here for the Heat. Off the boards is Roar. I'm sorry, that wasn't Roar. That was Whitmer with the ball off the boards, went wide, and here comes the pride and joy of Buffalo, New York. It used to be the Buffalo Bills. They can't get a winning season, and now the pride and joy of Buffalo, New York is Gary Boughton. We all know that here in Rochester. And here is Tavernese. He tries the back heel to the Salas, the Brazilian. No chance there. And Hantes hits it out off of a Harrisburg player. The referee says Harrisburg ball. I think that was a good call.
Well, if the Bills had vision, they would hire Gary, the G-Unit Buffalo guy prior to Buffalo, for a couple things. One is his kicker. Anytime they're within 70 yards, they're going to get that field goal. But then also as a coach. He's a soccer coach and a lacrosse coach, Sam.
He can help.
There's nothing he can't coach. Put him on the football staff.
He can do anything. And the fans, I mean, we got over 5,000 here in a blizzard, snow emergency all week long. Again, I was saying earlier, we got to do something about these weather guys, get them on our payroll. They can at least announce this stuff after our game that there's a snow emergency.
Yeah, there's snow place like home here in Rochester, I'll tell you that.
I mean, if you live in Rochester and you don't have snow tires and you're not used to this weather, I mean, come on. You know, it happens every year. Get used to it. Here comes Ortiz with a breakaway from Salas, and the time is up. The clock, boom, and the first quarter action. The Lancers are up 8-2. What a first quarter, Elliot.
Yeah, good production from us. Still defensive breakdowns. We have to eliminate those. So when we're back, we'll discuss that further.
We'll be back here on your Rochester Lancers Broadcast Network, baby.
How would you like it today? How do you like your Schweigels?
And now, let's go down the field for some second quarter action. Brought to you by the Dick-Eyed family of dealers.
Kayla and Callista are on the dance team. They work really hard at this, Elliot.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work to dance, I've heard. I heard they do some recruiting as well.
Yeah, you did a great job last week in the halftime show here. You didn't know you were going to have to dance and then play. You were kind of off, and you said, hey, yeah, sure, I'll dance. And next thing you know, the doctor gives you the green light to play.
Yeah, I committed to dance before I knew I was playing. So I went out there, I battled, I got sweaty. Then I had to put on the flair, if you will.
We're back here live, Rochester, New York. The Lancers up 8-2 against the Harrisburg Heat. A little shout out to Lindsay Houghton bringing us back here on the broadcast, on the Fickle broadcast. Lancer Broadcast Network going coast to coast worldwide, MASLsoccer.com. The other game going on right now is Syracuse hosting Chicago, and we'll talk about some games that are up tomorrow in this league and later on in the week. Here's Mauricio Salas in the corner. 5 goals last week for the Brazilian, playing with a cracked cheekbone that he suffered in Baltimore. Got a nice elbow in the face in Baltimore, but he's doing okay. He says, hey, a couple of Advil and I'm playing, man. I admire that, Elliot.
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for that. I broke a few of those same bones in my face. Actually, my original head injury resulted in that. I don't remember because I was out for 7 hours, but doctors later told me that some bones were broken.
Man, I saw some pictures of that, Elliot. We'll talk about it a little later, but nice chance there for Hoxie. Probably should have put that away, but good shot, the big smooth there. And here's Hantes and all alone there. Hantes sees a goal, gets a little selfish there. Had Hoxie next to him. He saw an opening there, but Tim Mel says, you're not going anywhere, baby. Nice save there by Timmy Mel, and a chance there for Harrisburg. I think that was Chris
Hall one more time.
Chris Hall one more time there.
Venino finds his foot on the ball.
Brad Benino kind of, getting some playing time, doing good. First year, real indoor player. Played a little time for the Roar, like 1 or 2 games last year, but kind of a rookie here in this game. And then Steven Stefano Basso left us to go to Ontario. Wanted to get part of the nicer weather, but missed home, missed being close to his family in Maryland. And Stefano is back with the Lancers, and we're happy to see him back.
Yeah, he realizes more than life to being physically comfortable.
Enrique, nice pass there to Ortiz. Ortiz sees Pupu Perez. Ortiz taken down late, and Jimmy P, referee, says, wait a minute, he dove? He's calling it a dive, I think. No, or he's calling it on Chris Tyrell. Here it is, foul on Craig Tyrell.
Craig Tyrell.
From the Harrisburg Heat, and Tyrell and Hall with the wall in front of Timmy Mel. And here comes the Lancers with now that's Edgar. Man, I can't.
Man, who trusted us with reading names? You know what I'm saying?
That's extra.
I mean, we had an excellent second grade education right after we got our driver's licenses together, but my vision isn't that good.
Well, they got us way up here. You can't see anything. Our producer says, I want you guys to be really professional. It's like, dude, pay us. I mean, I'm going to give you what you pay for. I mean, you pay me, and I'll make ESPN look like a cable access channel. But, hey, you give me a bottle of water and a slice of pizza, and what do you expect?
Yeah, I hear you.
Catalano, our producer.
Could I get one Dunkin' Donut, please?
Here's Jake the Snake Schindler, the pride and joy of Irondequoit, New York. Jake grew up in this city and is used to this cold weather. And here's Joey Tavernese waiting a little long there, trying to go Ryan Mel. Wait a second too long, I thought, Elliot.
Great ball from Jake. Yeah, Joey was baiting the keeper. Keeper called his bluff. Got the better end of it. Venino hassled.
And Roar takes him down, says, where are you going? Ryan Roar taking down Venino. So far, Roar with 1 assist this season. Good player, goes up and down hard, works hard. And here comes Salas with Brad Kerstetter watching him tight. Brad's a third-year pro, 4 goals and 2 assists for Brad Kerstetter for the Harrisburg Heat. And here's Venino going back to Stefano, Stevie Basso, to Edgar. Edgar's family's watching in Angola and in Canada. Edgar with his first goal of the season, I believe. We'll check that later, but that first goal for tonight. He's been gone for quite a while.
Definitely his first since returning, but I think you may be correct, his first of the year.
Here's Stefano. Steven Basso tried to do the little step over and gets taken down and still in the attack, and Enrique's there. Steal the ball, does a nice little flip past himself. Looks for Hoxie. No, he's going to try to shoot. Enrique says, I need another goal. And Basso back to Edgar. Edgar's looking around, says, I'll go back to Marcelo with the cool shades on. Edgar left-footed. No, he's going to hold it and goes over to the pride and joy of Buffalo, New York, Gary Boughton. Boughton, a little adjusting here. A lot of guys getting some playing time tonight. Edgar back, Jamie Capinos, one half of the Wonder Tins. Joey's taking a break, giving Marcelo some playing time. You know, getting into the playoffs, everyone's got to be ready.
Yeah, their mom's visiting, as she does for all home games, and she took over one of the bedrooms, and so I loaned the Warrior Cave to Joey. So he's very comfortable in the sub-zero temperatures and the rock-hard flooring. He was very thankful for that.
Nice speed, though. Jamie Capino's really fast player. And a little miscue off the boards there, but Harrisburg player taken down to be Harrisburg's ball right now. Kevin the Wolfman is going to look. Oh, Tim Mel's looking for the Wolfman. No, he goes over to Hall. No chance here for Hall. And here comes Marcelo from Brazil. All the way to Jamie Capinos. Tries to feed Hoxie. Interception there by Craig Tyrell, not Chris, but Craig Tyrell. Nice movement there off the ball there by number 19 for Harrisburg.
Yeah, got by Venino, and then Earthquake Jake the Snake bringing nothing fake on that one, wouldn't let him by.
Now, unless I'm seeing the number wrong, I thought I just saw 19, and there's no 19 on the lineup here anywhere, so I don't know who that is.
You talking about the Lancers or Harrisburg?
Harrisburg.
Because our number 19 is wearing a suit.
Yeah. No, Harrisburg's number 19. I'm not sure who that is. Maybe somebody could text us in and tell us who that is. And here it is. Boo Boo Perez with a chance off the boards from Salas. Perez, Il Toro. Don Vieira named him Il Toro.
I'm going to talk to number 19. He's number 19. There's no name on the jersey. Looks like Ed the Storm Hale got a hold of him as well, perhaps. I'm going to talk to him about that.
Wayne Dove is the John Catalan, our producer, says his name is Wayne Dove, number 19. Wayne Dove. Dwayne Dove. Dwayne.
So his initials are D and D.
Yeah.
Dwayne Dove.
Double D.
Got it. DD.
DD, like Dunkin' Donuts. Parodies.
Counterattack mounted by Harrisburg.
Love my double Ds in the morning. Here we go. Harrisburg ball.
Well, that's why you wear a large T-shirt.
Yes. Get my turbo every morning at Dunkin' Donuts. Taking care of me there. Here we go. Harrisburg is coming with the ball right now. David Cash. Love that. They got the Cash guy. They got the Zach Sell, and the Cash man doing the magic. Cash man's looking around right now.
Yeah, he refuses to receive a paycheck.
Nice try there. Venino was playing tough there.
Dave goes Cash.
Yeah.
Venino getting gritty. B-Rad. Brad. Basso and Joey teaming up for a good defensive stand. Ends up with Mauricio's clearance. Back to Harrisburg.
Boom. Cash with the shot there. David Cash, 5 goals, 4 assists. Great player for Harrisburg. Great young talent. Here he goes, left-footed shot. Nice block there by Ortiz, Jeremy Ortiz.
Ochi says maybe last week, but not with this haircut, buddy.
And then Ortiz takes down Tyler Whitmer. The Lancers up 8-2. 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Rochester, New York, 5 below 0. Snow warning in effect here, but the fans showed up, and Harrisburg and the Heat showed up. Thank you for the Heat organization, kind of fighting the elements to get here. And Joey Tavernese taken down there, and he's getting back up. Elliot, Stephen Basso, you know him pretty well. He's got an amazing shot, but just doesn't want to shoot this year for some reason, saying, you know what, I want to play defense. I'm working on my defensive skills.
Yeah, it's some of that comes down to tactically. When he was in Ontario, he had more free reign to get forward. Their style of play was more free-flowing and encouraged their defenders to attack. The system we've been with lately, you know, our rotation isn't involving him as much, maybe as much as he would even like. But, yeah, for the good of the whole, you know, you got to play your role when it's required of you, and he's doing just that in the Power Bait pink shoes.
Well, I think we're going to break right now. We're going to take a break here on the Lancers Network, where the Lancers are up 8-2 here. 7 minutes left in the second quarter, baby.
Doing it.
On Time Warner Sports Channel every Tuesday at 3 and on Time Warner On Demand.
We are back here on the Lancers Broadcast Network. coast to coast, MASLsoccer.com. Go Live Sports. Look at you got the Dunkin' Donuts Cup dancing there with the Nighthawks. It's Lancer Louis' birthday tonight, and all the mascots are here. They're going to do a dance-off at halftime. Lancers up 8-2, second quarter action. A little shout-out to my family and friends in Florida, Paula, Jonathan, Linda, Roxy, and Santino. Hope you're enjoying this game in beautiful, warm Florida sunshine. Lancers playing hard tonight, looking for a lot of goals there. The Pride and Joy of Buffalo, New York. Gary Boughton right there in the midfield line looking around. He sees Jake the Snake Schindler. Jakey goes all the way back to Edgar Bartholomew. Edgar's left-footed shot pass there to Jamie Capino's one half of the Wondertons. He goes right, left-footed player. He goes right, says, "Up, sorry guys, should have gave you that." And there he is, El Toro. El Toro tries to bring a player, a Harrisburg player. And here's Venino, Brad Venino, looking for El Toro. I love when he dances, the Cuban international.
Yeah, me too.
We just found him.
That
Just
means
came
he
here.
scored.
Yeah, exactly. Breakaway here for Chris Hall, one-on-one. Marcelo comes out feet first. No call there.
Yeah, Marcelo really bailed out Venino there. Just got beat, got caught standing, ball floated over his head for the breakaway.
Hanty's nice play off the boards to Pupu Perez. Perez with the ball to Salas. Salas looks around, goes back to Schindler. You know, Mauricio says, you know what, I scored 5 goals the other night, and I'm just going to take it easy tonight. I'm going to pass the ball, have some fun here, give my teammates a chance to get some points. Salas having an amazing year again for the Lancers. 4 years in a row, 35 goals, 10 assists for the Brazilian. And here's Stefano Basso. We talked about him not shooting as much as we'd like, and let's see if we get Steven into the attack here. Nice ball there, and it's Capino. Oh, no, it's not Capinos. I'm sorry. Tavernese there with a chance.
Wrong Joey. That's Big Rav Tav. Joey Tavernese getting rejected there by the goalkeeper after holding off Teixeira. Again, assuming I'm pronouncing his name somewhat correctly.
Teixeira. Here's Joey Tavernese all the way to Salas. Salas looks for his left foot, decides to hold it. We're off the boards, a little too hard for Ortiz. He looks at Salas like easy off the boards, nice and gentle.
Yeah,
and
bro, you trying to hurt somebody?
And here's Steven Basso. Little shout out to the Basso family. Good people. Got to meet them in Maryland. We hope to see them in Baltimore when we advance and take on the Baltimore Blast.
Stepping stone. When I recover my identity, Soccer Sam.
Ed Hale will be here March 1st, the former CIA agent, author of The Hailstorm, a great book, great read if you haven't read it yet. Great story if you're a businessman or a young person wanting to get into business. Here we go, breakaway here for Pat Crawford. Crawford in the corner, looks for the spin move. Looking for, there it is, nice shot there by Brad Kerstetter. No chance. Header again by Crawford. And here comes the Pride and Joy with the ball. And Harrisburg back with it. Casey Lenker looking around. Lenker goes all the way back.
Yeah, taking his time. Wow, as we see on our screen there.
The scouts, there's Don Vieira in the middle, John Corgioso and Steve Stokes, part of our.
Oh, and they dance. Get out of here. Oh, man, businessmen on vacation, getting down.
Sorry about that dance, guys. I don't know what that's all about.
I think we lost some viewership on that.
Steve Stokes, our CFO, John Corgioso, one of the owners, and Don Vieira, one of our owners, and our sponsors here. Dom owns Dunkin' Donuts, and John, the president of Salvatore's Pizza, one of our primary sponsors here for the Lancers. Having a little fun. Everybody comes here, has fun. We talked about last game. This is a family here, and everybody's just here to have fun. Night out, you forget your problems, forget your issues. Chris Hall with a chance there, and Marcelo from Brazil with a great save. It looks like his little knee issue there, but Marcelo says, I'm going to shake this off.
Yeah, it's yeah, Marcelo snatching that one up, coming off the boards with a whole lot of hoopla. It could be a very frantic game, this indoor game. It could be calm like right now. We're just building, passing, moving, but there are definite moments where this game heats up like you wouldn't believe. If you've never come out to see a game live, you will learn what we're talking about, how physical it can be, how fast-paced, and obviously the scoring speaks for itself as we are 8-2 here in the second quarter.
And if you want to see a game live, St. Louis is in Tulsa tomorrow night. Baltimore hosts Chicago. Brownsville's at Saltillo tomorrow night. And then Saturday night, Texas at Brownsville. Detroit at Milwaukee. Harrisburg at Baltimore. And Monterey at Dallas. That's going to be a great game. I don't want to miss that one. I'm going to try to get a flight out to Dallas Saturday night. Here we go. Harrisburg with a chance in the corner. 2 great saves there. Foot saves, kick saves by Marcelo.
Sam, I'm going to step away from the booth momentarily. My work just called, so
all right, Elliot. Good luck with
go handle some real business for my day job.
Halftime show. Elliot Fauski, the Mohican Warrior, will be part of the halftime show. More games this weekend. Tulsa Saturday night is at Wichita. Ontario at San Diego, another great one this weekend. And here is Joey Tavernese with a goal from Ortiz. Tavernese from Ortiz. The Lancers go up 10-2. Ortiz with another assist. Great job there. And the fans here in Rochester are enjoying this one. They're doing the dance there. After every goal, they do the dance here in Rochester. Hey, look at Mama, look at me. Here it is. Jeremy Ortiz looks up, sees Tavernese. Nice little pass there. Wide open. Joey turns around. Shot, upper corner, goal. Lancers again go up 10-2. 1:20 left in the first half for the Rochester Lancers here in Rochester, New York. 5 below zero. Snow warning in effect. And still 5,000 plus loyal fans showed up. Thank you so much, fans, for being here. And all you fans throughout the MASL, support your teams in your city. A lot of great ones. Tacoma hosts St. Louis hosts Tacoma Saturday night. So I'm looking forward to Friday night, a few good ones. Chicago, Baltimore, I'm going to definitely be watching that one. And then Saturday night, I'm not sure if I'm going to watch Monterey at Dallas or Tacoma at St. Louis. But if you're in or around any of those great cities, go and support the greatest league in American soccer, the Major Arena Soccer League. 20-plus teams going coast to coast. Duncan Dom Vieira. Dom, doing the dance. What are you doing a dance on the scoreboard, Duncan Dom? You all right?
I'm doing fine, Sam. How are you?
Good. Thanks for showing up, man. Dude, you leave me here all alone. I got no notes. We're supposed to do a 3-man broadcast here. They just called a timeout. Usually Catalano calls a timeout. When they call a timeout, I'm assuming we're going to have a timeout here on the Lancers Broadcast Network. The Lancers are up 10-2. We'll be right back here with Duncan Dom. Dom, they're saying don't go to break.
Don't go to break?
Don't
Great.
go to break. Hey, look it. Talk to me. Are you all right?
I am doing great. How are you, Sammy?
I'm doing fantastic.
Johnny Catalano, how are you?
Man, I never saw you dance like that. You trying to impress your wife? You go to weddings, you don't dance, but you dance here at a game?
A friend of mine standing next to me got a text message. Dom's got to learn how to dance. What do you mean I got to learn how to dance?
Well, Dom, I mean, Harrisburg's trying. We messed around with the lineup here, giving some guys some playing time. And they're just leaving the guys open in the box. The Lancers up 10-2 right now. We have Mary producing for Fickle 93.3 FM, where they play everything, including the Lancers. And John Catalano, my good buddy. Johnny and I, we talked about it. At the first quarter break, you saw the Junior Lancer dancers dancing. Well, the choreographer. There you go.
There you go.
Carrie Miller met Doug Miller year one when John Catalano was producing my favorite TV show, The Soccer Sam Show, and the rest is history. Doug married one of the dancers, Carrie. They have 2 beautiful daughters. They're part of the dance team, and kids and families out there dancing, having fun here, and a lot of young girls come here every game, young families, to see the Junior Lancer dancers and, of course, my favorite, the Lancer dancers. Here we go. Harrisburg kick right now. Number 8 over the ball. Tyler Whitmer goes over the ball right now, looking for the pass there, and Jake the Snake grabs the ball down. What'd you think of the first half play so far?
It's tough. We're in a tough position that, we're in the playoffs, and do we want to push? We want to bring in and incorporate some younger guys in the play. How hard do you go in? It's a difficult position for the Lancers. So far, so good. Can we put a little bit more pressure on the ball? Absolutely. Is it necessary? Probably not. So do what we can, and you know, goals like that
are going to happen.
Make it happen.
Joey
Tavernese.
Wait. There's Michelle first. There's Michelle on the score. Michelle, one of our former Lancer dancers. Let's just watch her dance a little
Who's
bit.
that, Sammy?
That is Michelle.
Yowza.
Hi, Michelle. Lancers with a goal right there. The Lancers go up 12-2. The goal was from Joey Tavernese. Here we go, the replay. Tavernese all the way over to Salas. Mauricio Salas from Brazil. Looks around, goes back to Joey. Left foot, upper corner. Tavernese with the goal. Nice job there. Tavernese, second goal in a row there, and the assist to Mauricio Salas.
Great ball by Mauricio to Joey, and Joey put it where Mama hides the Nutella.
I like that. Mama hides the Nutella there. Here we go. Steven Stefano Basso. The end of the first half is up. 12-2. The Lancers up at Harrisburg. Dom Vieira, Duncan Dom. We're going to come back and talk about first half action and maybe talk about some news around the league. What do you think?
Absolutely. Love to.
We'll be back. Oh, you know, before we go to break, have you seen her yet?
Who?
Soccer Sammy.
Who's Soccer
Sammy with an I.
Who's that now?
They got this new girl. They hired her to replace me. They haven't told me yet. They think I'm stupid. Catalano, our producer, hires this girl to replace me.
Okay.
Her name is Brooke, but now they call her Soccer Sammy.
Oh, is that the upgrade we're talking about?
Yeah, well, you talked about the upgrade.
Yeah,
I tried to
big
go
upgrade.
I went to my lawyer to see if they could use Soccer Sammy, if it's trademarked, but they go Sammy with an I, so she's going to be doing the interviews. You know I'm done. You know my days are numbered.
I'm telling you, that chocolate commercial where that guy ugly guy buys into the chocolate bar, and all of a sudden turns to Sammy number 1 or 2, whatever she is.
Well, she's going to be interviewing Edgar Bartholomew. Let's go down to the field and listen to Soccer Sammy and Edgar Bartholomew.
Portuguese.
And now we send it down to the field for our halftime interview. Here is Brooke, a.k.a. Sammy with an I.
All right, Edgar, what an amazing comeback to come back to your first game to have a goal. Tell us a little bit about the triplets.
Well, first of all, I have to do this. I have to send a kiss to my very pregnant wife that is at home watching us on the web. And thank you. Well, it was a tough 2.5 months that I had to go and take care of my family. I've always watched the games on the web, even if I had to stay up until 3 a.m. because of the time zone difference. But feels great to be back in this city with these great fans. And to make it even better, just scored. So I can't be any happier than that.
Absolutely. What a great comeback for you. Tell us about the charity work that you do in Angola, Africa.
Well, when I quit in 2007, I went back to Angola, born and raised there. So I had to leave because the country was at war. And till this day, there's a lot of people that live with less than $1 a day. So when I went back there, I was working for a bank, and I decided to start coaching kids from impoverished neighborhoods, kids that didn't have even soccer shoes or even a shirt. So I said, why not help them? I think that 16 years ago, I came to North America as a refugee. Now it feels great to go back to Angola and help the ones in need. That's basically what I do.
That's amazing. It's amazing charity, amazing work. We thank you. And good luck in the next half.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, I wasn't listening. I was looking at Soccer Sammy there.
With an I?
With an I.
No, I was listening, and incredible. Incredible.
Great job there. Thank you for being back here, Edgar Bartholomew. What a guy. We'll be back here on the Lancers Broadcast Network worldwide, baby.
Chupa!
We are back live in Rochester, New York on the Lancers Broadcast Network. Soccer Sam Fantuzzo filling in for Joe Giuliano. I am with the Mohican Warrior, Elliot Fauski. Elliot's having some issues with his mohawk and his headset. It's not designed for a mohawk, but halftime there, Lancer Louie and Elliot Fauski dancing there. Look at that, Elliot. They got the moves working. I like it.
Thank you. I told you I had work. I don't mind helping you out here on the side.
12-2, Lancers up against Harrisburg. And you talked about it at halftime. You know, it's tough when a team, we've already made the playoffs. We're trying some guys, giving some guys some playing time. Edgar's back in the lineup, hasn't played in a while. and some other guys that kind of haven't getting a lot of playing time this year. And unfortunately, Tim Mel hit the clock there. It is kind of low. I mean, the clock here at the Blue Cross Arena is a little lower than most arenas, so can't blame Tim on that one. So here he goes. It'll be a direct kick here for your Lancers. Jeremy Ortiz over the ball right now. He has Salas to his right and Joey Tavernese to his left. Let's see what he does. He goes over to Salas, left-footed shot off the defender and back to Marcelo, the goalkeeper from Brazil, getting some playing time after maybe a month and a half of an eye injury, an eye infection that he got over. And Marcelo's wearing protective goggles right now because of that reason. And here we go. Salas looks for Jeremy Ortiz. Ortiz going to hit off the boards. No, he decides to hang on to it. Ortiz looks around, goes all the way back to Stefano Basso, the pride and joy of his. Oh, that's not the pride and joy. That's Jamie Capinos in the lineup there. And Jamie kind of passed it to Tavernese, and here comes Harrisburg. So, Elliot, how was it dancing halftime there with Lancer Louie on his birthday?
Boy, I mean, I can't even express the elation. It's just pure adrenaline. I mean, you wouldn't even know. It's like skydiving without a parachute. I can't even describe the rush.
I tried that once. It's overrated.
Yeah.
But hey, soccer.
Something you tried twice.
Soccer Sam Fantuzzo with Elliot Fauski, our producer John Catalano, covering this game worldwide on MASLsoccer.com and the Time Warner Sports Network, and Mary covering for Fickle 93.3. You guys are doing an amazing job making our jobs easier. We're doing our best covering. I'm doing my best. Elliot's a pro at this, but I'm obviously not. I'm just kind of filling in for Joe, who was suspended for a couple games because of comments I made in Baltimore about the referees and one of the dancers' kids. And Joe took the heat for it. And now Joe is kind of enjoying the heat in Florida with his family, smoking cigars on the beach.
Yeah, and when we talk about the heat here, it's a visiting soccer team. It has nothing to do with our weather.
5 below zero, storm warning all day long here in Rochester. And didn't help our walk-ups, but still 5,000 fans showed up. Thank you so much for being here. And great stuff. And we're back home March 1st, a Sunday, 4 o'clock kickoff. Ed Hale, the honorary captain from the Baltimore Blast, the godfather of indoor soccer, and a Lancer player down right now in the corner. Do you see who that is, Elliot?
Yakel Perez. Getting into it a little bit with Craig Tyrell, it looks like. Craig saying he's diving. Craig is not happy. Tyrell, Yakel staying down. My hunch is he is okay. Might be making a meal out of it. But I didn't see what happened, to be fair.
Well, he's looking to fight, man. But Yakel's upset. He's looking really bad. He's like, hey, I just got here from Cuba. You know how hard it was for me to come to America, and you got to take me down like that late? I left my family, my friends, and look it. The guy gets taken down. He's bleeding. It looks like he's bleeding. He'll be fine though. He's bleeding from the head.
He was led by Travis the Ace Johns. When he gets a hold of a bandage, it's a wrap. Our trainer, he doubles as a bouncer, for cooling guys down. So he led him away from the conflict, as much for the injury, as much for the avoidance of a card.
So I guess there was no blue card on that, which I think everyone is confused about. Jimmy P, the referee here, Jimmy Pascalidis, the referee, a soccer figure here in Rochester for many, many years. Jimmy's a great referee, great man. Saying, hey, you know what? We're gonna let it play. We're not gonna give him a blue card. 12-2. We're just gonna let play go on, and they didn't see it. Sometimes refs don't see it, and they say play on. So I think Steve Montanino and Jimmy P did the right thing there and let the play go on.
Yeah, you can't call what you don't see, and I didn't see anything. I came late to the party. I didn't exactly see it because the play had moved on, and they were off the ball. But I don't think there's anything too aggressive. Aggressive, but nothing dangerous.
Chris Hall spinning around here, goes all the way back to David Cash, the Cash man, and goes back to Timmy Mal. Tim with 3 assists this year, 2 against the Lancers. And Tim's a great goalkeeper. Made a couple nice saves tonight here in Rochester. And Teixeira, here goes the captain with a shot and a goal, a 3-pointer. Man, you can't let Val come in like that. Val Teixeira, the captain, with a 3-point goal. And
He's pumped, man. He's all kinds of passion right now. Number 7, big man, big skill guy. Could be the answer to our Big Smooth. For such a big guy, he has excellent technique, and he just, boy, you know, a defensive breakdown there. We had 3 guys who could have stayed with him, and there was not sufficient communication to choose who would take him, and he just walked through 3 of us. So for the 3-point goal.
3-pointer, so it's 12-5. 11 minutes, 11:47 left in the third quarter. The Lancers up 12-5, and Val with a nice goal there. Val, the captain of the team. Right now, Val has 8 goals and 8 assists for the season, which is not bad for a defender, but he's everywhere on this team.
Yeah, that's very impressive, that run from the back, you know, just going it alone.
See, that you know, the critics of multi-point scoring, that's the difference. Your defenders get into the action more, and, you know, you don't have to just dribble into the box. Guys kind of want to be rewarded with that far shot, and you seem to see a lot more far shots at the multi-point scoring. But next year, I'm pretty sure it will be 1-point scoring throughout the league. And I just hope there's a way they can reward players that do shoot from outside, because I think it does make the game more exciting. I mean, I think as a league we all have to have the same scoring system, and it's most likely going to go to 1 point. The majority of the teams in this league like the 1 point. I'm cool with that, but let's get something creative to get the guys that want to shoot from outside, get the defense into the attack.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think there is a consensus that most people want to see single-point scoring. But I think really a sport like this, a lot of them speak about the purity of the game, but indoor is not the game. It is not 11v11. It has walls, has timeouts. It has a lot of things the outdoor game doesn't have. So I love the element, the change. I mean, you picture the NBA before the three-point line. It's nothing anybody would want to see, and I think it's analogous to our indoor soccer. I think it's a great marketing technique because it actually forces defenses out further. You can't sit in such a shallow shell. And so it makes it so you have to respect that shot because they can be rewarded with 3 points. That allows more space inside to be dangerous in the attack. So I'm a huge fan of multi-point scoring. Agreed, the league has to be consistent, though, to be taken legitimately. So if the consensus is single-point scoring, I will be disappointed, but we'll move on. But I had to put my 2 pennies in there because I think marketing-wise this league will grow at a much faster rate if it has multi-point scoring.
Well said, Elliot. Back to live action. Lancers up 12-5 at the Black and Blue War Memorial, Rochester, New York. 5 below 0 here. Snow warning in effect. 5,000 plus fans here, and we're having fun here. We're in the playoffs. March 5th, our first playoff game in many years against Syracuse. And our next home game is March 1st here in Rochester. And a lot of great games coming up right now. Chicago is in Syracuse. First half action. Chicago is up, I believe, 3-2. Tomorrow night, St. Louis at Tulsa. Chicago at Baltimore. Brownsville at Saltillo. Saturday, Texas at Brownsville. Detroit at Milwaukee. Harrisburg at Baltimore. Monterey at Dallas. I'll be watching that one. Or Ontario at San Diego. I'm not sure which game I'm going to watch tomorrow or Saturday here on MASLsoccer.com. There's our PR director, Eric Trendle. We're waiting for halftime stats. He's sitting in the crowd there. I think, is that a job interview there? You wonder, hey, this is why I haven't given you any halftime stats. That's our PR director. Wow.
What are they paying you for? I mean, would you like another beverage delivered? Wow, what a goal.
Simple, the Big Smooth doing the mustache celebration. Ortiz, the Hoxie with a goal. And the Lancers go up 14-5.
So off the restart, top of the box there, O'Cheese with the aforementioned clean head. Fakes the left-footed shot, little pass to Hoxie, steps right into it, buries it upper corner. Boy, leaves the goalkeeper no chance. The only chance there is to try to approach Hoxie quicker. To no avail. 14-5 is your score here. Lancers leading.
I love the mustache celebration. He just, you know, he got that whole mustache idea when he was in L.A. He got some old VHS films of one of his favorite actors in show business there in L.A., and he started growing a mustache, and that's his trademark now.
Well, I saw the Caddyshack, and I'm pretty sure the rodent they were chasing found a home on Hoxie's lip, and it has nestled safely there ever since.
Nice turn.
To the chagrin of Bill Murray.
What a turn and shot there by Pat Crawford. Great job there by Pat, just a little high. Marcelo with no chance, but hit the eyed board instead.
Yeah,
the great turn.
That turn volley was very dangerous. If he keeps that on frame, that's a goal.
I like this Harrisburg team. I tell you, Tariq Walker's doing a great job with this young team. And, they had a difficult season so far with only one win, a lot of close ones. But I admire where they're going. I can see this is going to be a great team for the future in this league.
Yeah, I'm super excited about this league. I'm so glad to see it go nationwide and even into Mexico. And I think it is the sport of the future if we can just get that business model to stick. If we get consistent markets that continue to brand, get their image in their community. And I love it. I'm excited for what the future holds. A lot of interest for new ownership groups as well on top of the ones we have. So I can't wait to see what the future of the sport holds.
And the ones we do have, I know everyone's listening to this program and watching. You got to be patient with the guys that love this game. And I'll tell you, I've been doing some history checking here. There was a bunch of teams many years ago, one that you're familiar with, the Seattle Sounders, that struggled to draw fans, couldn't find an arena, and now they're in the MLS. There was a team in Toronto, the Toronto Lynx, drew 100, 200 fans a game, stuck with it. Next thing you know, Toronto FC comes into the picture. They're in the MLS selling out. The Montreal Impact in '99 had to take a season out because they weren't drawing any fans. They tried doing indoor and outdoor, and they're now in the MLS drawing big. So stick with the teams in this league. We'll be back here on the Lancers Broadcast Network, coast to coast, mama.
Hands up in the air sometimes, saying
We are back here live in Rochester, New York. The Rochester Lancers up 14-5 against the Harrisburg Heat. It's the eye toss. They're throwing frisbees into the crowd, and the fans are enjoying this. And Fauski Freaks, man, are doing their thing. They did the kiss cam there, and they were going to get us, and good thing they didn't. They got Dom and I last game.
Yeah, I know your wife's out of town, but please don't lean in for a wet smooch.
Hey, a little shout out to my good friend Donna Wasdorp in Nashville. She's like, we need a team here in Nashville. I agree. Nashville could be a great, great market for indoor pro soccer.
And you got to hire Hot Donna. She knows how to run the whole office, right, Donna?
She could run the whole place, believe me, man. Very well trained, traveled across the country. And there's a shot and a goal by Mauricio Salas from the big smooth Andrew Hoxie. The Lancers go up 16-5. Salas from Hoxie.
Yeah, just a nice, well orchestrated play there.
It was a great goal there. Hoxie says, hey, Mauricio, I'm going to give you the ball. You don't seem like you want to shoot tonight, but you're going to shoot here. Here you go. Call him all the way. Enrique goes over to Salas. Salas, nice little one to Hoxie. Hoxie says, here you go. I'm going to give it right back to you. Yeah. There you go. Left-footed shot, upper corner.
Great
goal.
Pass.
Mauricio Salas. Richie Ide in the house from the Ide Family Dealerships. My man, thank you for all you do for this team.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. Nice job. You guys are killing it this game.
That's right. All right, thank you, man. Richie Ide Family Dealerships, our big sponsor, our corporate sponsor. This is his booth right now we're using to do this game. And my little grandson Salvatore is in the house right now with his little brothers. I tell you, this is a fantastic family event here in Rochester. 5 below zero, snow warning in effect. People don't care. They're here to have a good time. People haven't stopped dancing this whole game, having a lot of fun here, enjoying the music and the production. Brought to you by the entire Lancers staff, including Ashley, Rich, Kayla, Patty, Chucky, Mikey Moran. The Mikey Moran's giving us stats. Look at this. The end of the third quarter, Chicago up 5-3 against Syracuse in Syracuse, New York.
Would you look at that?
Finally, the referee says, you know what, Val, you've been playing tough tonight. We got to give you a blue card. I'm sorry. Despite the score, Val is out. Power play for your Lancers.
Again, another off-the-ball play, so I'm not sure exactly what caused that.
We're waiting for hopefully a replay here to give you an update on what happened. Here's the replay here. So it's Gary Bowden, the Pride and Joy of Buffalo, New York. He's flipped over. It's kind of thrown down, and it's a Labatt's Blue power play brought to you by Palmer's Direct Market. And here it is. Pupu Perez to Enrique, top of the box, goes back to Hoxie, the big smooth, Enrique with it. Oh, Enrique was looking to cross it over to the wide open Joey Tavernese, and nice play there by Harrisburg. And here comes Marcelo, goalkeeper extraordinaire. That was a Brad Kerstetter with a nice block there, kind of breaking up the play there. Enrique was looking for Joey Tavernese, and here the Lancers up a guy right now. Val's out for a few minutes, taking a little break. The captain for your Harrisburg Heat. And here comes Joey Tavernese looking around, goes all the way over to Enrique. Enrique with the ball right now to Pupu Perez, wrong foot. Perez says, hey, baby, put it in front of me, and I'll knock this baby in. And here it is. Joey Tavernese is going to go off the boards. No, he tries to go back to Salas, kind of miscue there. And here comes Harrisburg with a possible breakaway, but no. Marcelo comes out. They say, hey, you know what, we're not going to risk going down another guy with you guys coming back at us. And here's Enrique. Enrique, you love this guy, Enrique, don't you, man? He's a good kid.
Yeah, he's like my little brother, man, my little hermanito. He's good people. I think a lot of him as a player, and he's a great-hearted guy. So I'm so glad he came out here to join me. After my first year at the Lancers, he's joined. So this is year 3 for him, year 4 for me. We love it here.
And, you know, he didn't get a lot of playing time, you know, the first couple years. But this year he seems to be getting in the lineup every single game. He's such a top skilled player. It's just his size. He gets knocked off the ball a lot, and I think his strength, his lower body strength, has gotten better this year. He's been working out hard, training 3-4 times a week with a trainer on his lower legs. His legs are just popping like they're huge now.
They're enormous. I don't know how he fits them in a size extra medium short, to be honest.
Enrique, here he goes. Enrique looks for the shot, upper corner, three-pointer. Enrique, he's doing the half dance. He's looking for you. He's looking for your permission to do a dance. Enrique with the goal right there. The Lancers go up 18-5. Enrique with a three-pointer.
Look at that. What a release. And you're talking about his size, but he's incredibly scrappy. He's a lot stronger than he looks for sure. And you see here in this quick release shot, just a little cut, and that's a three-point goal. Wow. Very impressive from the little Costa Rican. Enrique, pumping up the crowd now, working it. Let's see how his throw is. Okay.
Not bad.
Honestly, that's a pretty decent throw.
Yeah, not a bad throw.
I know a lot of foreigners only play soccer, man, and when they go to try to toss a frisbee or a baseball, it is something to behold.
Except for Pupu Perez, man. Perez, Cuban player, a lot of baseball going on in Cuba. Man. He can play for the Yankees. The kid's so good. But right now the Lancers up 19-5. A three-pointer by Enrique, and let's hope the Lancers kind of lay back a little bit here and keep it a little. Let's be nice. We've been there before. We talked about it last game, Elliot. Years ago, year 1, year 2, we had Baltimore's and the Missouris and the Milwaukee's kind of like taking us to the cleaners, 20-point goal leads, and we don't like seeing that happen if we could avoid it.
Yeah, I love a competitive game all the way, and Harrisburg isn't going to get up. They're going to keep fighting. And that's what the fans come to see. But yeah, Perez actually, Sam, he had received a contract offer from the Yankees when he first got here. And although baseball is his passion, they couldn't match what the Lancers were paying him. So he just decided to stick with soccer. It was a financial decision.
I don't even know how to respond to that. Yeah. Exactly. I wasn't part of those meetings, but Doug Miller negotiated something with the Yankees, and we were able to steal them. But here we go. Joey Tavernese off the boards, tripped late, no call there. Val, that should have been another call there. They let Val slide on that well. Val Teixeira, the captain for the Harrisburg Heat. And here's Gary Boughton one-on-one over to Tavernese. It's a goal. Too easy of a goal. It was Gary Boughton, the pride and joy of Buffalo, New York, to Joey Tavernese, his third goal of the night, and the Lancers go up 21-5.
So there, before Joey, I thought Joey probably should have tried to fight through that. I think it was a good no call from the refs, but Boughton comes up with the steal, the Buffalo guy, and finds Joey after all for the finish. For our 25 mark, going into a timeout here. Crowd's going crazy. We got the goal song going on. Joey with a nice soft toss to the crowd.
Nice dancing moves here. Steve Montanino, the referee, calls for a timeout here in Rochester. The Lancers up 21-5. And we'll be back here on the Lancers. Well, our producer John Catalano says no break right now. One of his kids' friends from school are on the scoreboard right now, so he wanted to go to break during that.
Yeah,
so we
the kids
back
love
to break.
you, Sam. They can't get enough. The kids, as soon as you said we were going to break, the phone lines lit up like crazy.
Yeah, no breaks.
No breaks. They want to hear you. So the phone lines are open to call us at 1-800-NOT-PAID-ENOUGH-TO-CARE. So go ahead and air out your opinions to us, what you think of our name pronunciation and game calling.
Yes, please do that. And if our producer keeps on giving me a hard time, I will give you his home number on the air here, and you can call him tonight after 2 a.m.
And Lancer Louie usually fields those calls, and he does not speak. So you're welcome to have a full-blown one-way conversation with the Dragon.
With yourself. Lancer Louie the Dragon, celebrating his birthday. He's 4 years old, but in Dragon years, I think he's 60.
Oh, yeah, a lot of wisdom.
A lot of wisdom. There's the Junior Lancer Dancers, and there's the person in charge, Carrie Palandro Miller, in the background, the wife of Doug Miller. And here's the kids having a good time. Frisbee's out there. Chicago up 6-5, fourth quarter, 13-minute mark. Thanks to Mikey Moran and the guys over there helping us out with the broadcast. The next game, your Lancers' next game, is Sunday, March 1st, 4 p.m., Baltimore Blast in town with Ed Hale. You have a problem with Ed Hale. CIA, man.
I mean, I don't want to speak on it publicly because of the connections we've heard about in his book, Hailstorm. But I do believe he had my identity erased, and that is why I'm not able to play. That's not confirmed, but as a CIA operative would have it, you live to not be confirmed. And so here I am running around. I feel like, what was that trilogy, Jason Bourne? I feel like Bourne, man, you know?
So how does that work? Like, you have no more identity no matter where you go.
All I have are like 8 fake passports, a couple pistols, and like 10 grand cash. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. The MASL won't let me play.
Hoxie with a shot there, and nice defensive play there by Harrisburg, the Heat. And here's Jamie Capinos, got kind of pulled down hard and shoulder into the boards by Pat Crawford. Pat says, hey, come on, toughen up a little bit, Jamie. But they're shaking hands. I like that. Hey, sorry that happens.
He may have pulled his eyeball. There's a hand near the face. I'm not sure what an eyeball pull is called for.
But, another special thanks to our producer, John Catalano. John and I have been friends for many, many years, and been doing, for years, soccer broadcasts throughout the country. And John now covers everything in this building, including the hockey team, the lacrosse team, the basketball team, and does things with the Rhinos of the USL Pro and the Western New York Flash. He is probably one of the best soccer producers in the business. He just kind of sometimes is too much of a homie and gets guys like me on the broadcast. So the actual production is great. The video part of it, the stats and the graphics, it's just, hey, you're stuck with me tonight.
There's some serious nepotism there in him bringing you on board.
Yeah.
But, again, the phone line's still open.
What's that number again if somebody wants to call and complain?
1-800-NOT-PAID-ENOUGH-TO-CARE.
Yeah, and Lancer Louie will take all your calls.
Yeah, the Dragon who does not speak will be there to field all your questions.
Sounds like some of the places I call sometimes. But here he is. He's back out there from Angola. Edgar Bartholomew. You guys call him the professor, is it?
The professor, man. He's an intellectual dude, and he wears these glasses. And I'm not going to call him old, but he has more experience in life than a lot of guys on the team. And, he walks around. Last year he was driving around 3 or 4 foreigners. He was driving around an Irishman, Costa Rican, a Brazilian, and somebody else I forget. And he's from Africa, so they were just like the band of foreign brothers. And he was like the father, man. They were all these little goofballs, and the professor had them in line. So
that's awesome, man. A lot of guys in this team. It's a family on and off the field. The players, the office staff, the staff. We're pretty tight here, and appreciate everyone's support for this great organization. It's tough, playing in Rochester, New York, and some of the dates we get and the weather conditions. A lot of cities experience the same thing, so it's not just us. But at the end of the third quarter, the Rochester Lancers are up 21-5 against the Harrisburg Heat. And Elliot, coming up next is the Lancer Dancers
Yeah, once I'm old enough, I would like to try out for that team. Right now I'm stuck to the junior Lancer dancers.
We'll be back. We are back here in Rochester, New York. The Lancer dancers doing their magic up in the air. The flips, the spins, the moves. The Lancers are up 21-5 against the Harrisburg Heat. And there's my favorite Lancer dancer, Heather, who is my son Sal's girlfriend. Great kid.
I thought I was your favorite Lancer dancer, Sam.
You are one of my favorite Lancer dancers. Back, Valchis here tries with a little toe poke, the old Steve Zungel type toe poke. No chance there for Val. And here comes your Lancers. Venino back in the lineup here, moving hard. Jamie Capino's looking for Steven Basso. A little change here. It looks like Basso's playing more midfield today than defense. That's what I'm saying. Doug's trying some different things today, and it's working. Obviously, it's 21-5, and Harrisburg's a good team. Here's Mel trying to beat Hoxie. Doesn't happy. Hoxie says, "You know what? I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it to you, baby." Gives to Salas. Salas, boom. Mauricio Salas from Hoxie. Mistake by goalkeeper Tim Mel. The Lancers go up 23-5 in the fourth quarter.
The big boys chopping away, still scoring. That was, Hoxie boasts one of the most unselfish mustaches I've seen, Sam. He certainly could have gone himself and chose to find Mauricio Salas, who's no stranger to kicking a soccer ball in the back of a soccer goal net.
Salas is your pure forward, no matter what. It doesn't matter what the score is. He's going to shoot no matter what. I mean, he plays, with his kids. I've seen him playing back out there with his kids, and he just slams the ball and just scores goals. He doesn't care.
Julius 4, she ain't winning anything.
That's right. Nice celebration. Mauricio Salas, Andrew Hoxie, the big smooth. Lancers up 23-5. Lancers home again on March 1st against the Baltimore Blast. And then here comes, Poo Perez. Nice move there. Rolled out from under him. Sees Gary Boughton from Buffalo, New York. Little miscue there. And here comes Mr. Cash with the ball right now for the Harrisburg Heat. David Cash saying, "Hey, man, you're not going to try to embarrass us here. We're going to get back into this game. And let's see what happens." Little foul on the Lancers, and it'll be a Harrisburg ball, I believe. But back to what I was saying. I mean, this team, from our staff to our players to our game day officials, I mean, the whole crew, just everyone put so much effort into this. And that's why game after game we get such a great following here, despite the weather, despite some crazy dates we get. And I really appreciate everything everyone does. And anyone listening or watching right now throughout the country, we appreciate your support of this great team. And remember, Elliot and I, Joe Giuliano, and this whole Lancer team is going to come to your city in the playoffs somewhere. We're going to beat Baltimore, and we're going to beat Syracuse first, then we're going to beat Baltimore, then we're going to end up somewhere in this country. And whatever city we're in, we expect you fans to turn on your team and become Lancer fans.
That seems like the logical conclusion, Sam. When you paint it like that, you paint a lovely picture.
Yeah, thank you.
So, like I mentioned in the pregame, there's ample room on a bandwagon. The Lancers bandwagon, we welcome all halfway, full-blown, however you want to be a fan. If you just want to buy a jersey and mail it to a friend, if you want to come to every home game, it's up to you. But we welcome that and we expect that for sure.
Blue and yellow everywhere throughout the country. There's Lancer fans from the 70s that follow the original Lancers, the legends of the games, the pioneers of this great sport. And those guys wore the same colors, blue and yellow. So if you're a fan of that era, come out to whatever city we go to in the playoffs and wear your blue and gold, or blue and yellow, I call it. They call it blue and gold. Charlie Shannell, the chairman of the board of the original Rochester Lancers, calls it blue and gold. We call it blue and yellow. Same difference, all right? I don't get my Crayola crayons are.
Yeah, it's the same color on the crayon. I mean, you can call it what you want. You can call it purple, lavender, mango, fuchsia. I mean, whatever you like. But at the end of the day, the crayon you pull is the crayon you pull out. And we pull out blue, gold, yellow, what have you. The only difference is syllables in my book.
Soccer Sam here filling in for Joe Giuliano on a beach somewhere with his family. And Elliot Fauski, the Mohican Warrior, back here in the booth. Last week, Dom Vieira, Duncan Dom, helped us out and came in at halftime and kind of Dom almost made the Canadian national team many years ago
for basketball.
Well, no.
Which is why they call him Dunkin' Dom, right?
That's right. No, but seriously, blew out his knee late on a final tryout, and now he's stuck playing in the over 50 league with us in the Webster leagues. But Dom's a great man.
Yeah, he's good people.
Syracuse is down still 7-6. About 10 minutes left. The Chicago Mustangs are beating Syracuse, the reigning PASL champions. And we'll see what happens there. I know Tommy Tanner, it's important for Tommy to win his home games. A lot of weather issues in Syracuse also. And got a great crowd there, according to people that are watching it. But I just want to remind everybody, tomorrow, Friday night, wherever you're at, if you're near Tulsa, St. Louis is at Tulsa. If you're near Baltimore, Chicago's at Baltimore. If you're near Saltillo, Brownsville's at Saltillo. And then Saturday night, wherever you're watching this broadcast right now or listening on Saturday night, Texas is at Brownsville. Detroit's at Milwaukee. Harrisburg at Baltimore. Monterey at Dallas. I'm going to be watching that one, Monterey at Dallas, on Saturday night. Tulsa at Wichita, and Ontario at San Diego. And St. Louis hosts Tacoma on Saturday night. So anywhere in the country, you could go watch indoor soccer and support your team. They need your support.
There's room in the Warrior Cave if anybody wants to take those games with me. I don't get reception, so they send me telegraphs play-by-play. So I'll be receiving telegraphs all night from every game. So I'm not limited by this internet that people talk about, where you can only watch one game at a time, you know.
Yeah, you're not into this whole computer era yet, huh?
No, I mean, smoke signals, I moved beyond those somewhat. They're still useful for certain things, but most people don't know how to read them. So I'm surrounded by imbeciles, I feel like, in the Warrior Cave sometimes. That's why I recluse.
Here we go. Direct kick here for the Harrisburg Heat. Looks like Ryan Rohr. He could roar. Amy Perry's favorite player, Ryan Rohr.
I think it's Katy Perry.
That's right. Amy's sister.
Yeah.
Katie's sister, Amy.
I think you're thinking about Amy Grant. We just had a winner of – when I say winner, I'm not speaking about your commentary. We're talking about the raffle that just went out for some lucky ticket winner.
If Catalano doesn't fire me after this, man, it's just obvious. The guy just loves me. I mean, I have no business doing this.
Unconditional love. The world needs more of that, and he's proving a point.
He just wants to make sure I'm here at the game when he's working. Here we go. Here we go, Andrew Hoxie, the big smooth. Oh, he's looking off the boards to get Hantes his first goal of the year. It didn't happen there, but here's a big smooth. And little late call there, and it'll be a Harrisburg's ball. Hantes a little late there. Sean Hantes, very fast, very physical, Elliot.
Yeah, and that's what you want. He's not the youngest rookie around, but that's what you want out of a rookie, right? When you're learning, trying to improve your game, you put the effort in, you know, until you get the status of like a Mauricio Salas, and you know, everybody kind of finds their niche, and right now his athleticism is a huge asset.
Billy Ginther, the coach of our Lancers 2, kind of groomed a couple players, including Mark Sotilli, the American Dream, who got some playing time last year and this year, and Sean Hantes, who's on the floor right now, Dominic Coco. These guys are Lancer 2 players that kind of play at the Rochester Sports Garden here in Rochester, New York, and play against some great Rochester talent, and they just stand right out when they're out there, and they don't get a lot of playing time. When they're out there, they do a great job. And here comes Val right now. Val's looking for another, just playing right there. Val's such a great player, such a veteran at this game. Val Teixeira, as Dom Vieira says in Portuguese.
Yeah, he's definitely competitive, and he's still fighting, as is Crawford with.
Oh, wow, Crawford, what a play there. It was Kevin the Wolfman to Crawford. Crawford missed it wide open. What a play by the Wolfman, and a tough one there.
Yeah, that was an excellent pass. Unlucky for Crawford on the finish.
Soccer Sam Fantuzzo here live, filling in for Joe Giuliano with Elliot Foskey, the Mohican Warrior, broadcasting worldwide, MASLsoccer.com and Fickle 93.3 FM. Here comes Steven Stefano Basso, taken down, no call, play on. Steven was looking for that left-footed shot, and referee Jimmy P says play on. Wait, he called something.
He called it back. A little bit of a late call. He actually called Basso. So as Basso was trying to sprint by. Who's getting up off the ground there?
Brad.
Kerstetter.
Yeah.
So Kerstetter tracked him down, made the tackle. Basso fell on him, got called for the falling foul. No falling allowed.
23-5, fourth quarter action here, Rochester, New York. Blizzard conditions, great turnout. Thank you so much for being here.
No problem.
Yes, thank you, Ellie. If you're, got your Dunkin' Donuts, hot chocolate right now, you just snuggled up, listening or watching this game, get to see some of your Lancer players do their magic. Another 20-plus performance. Last game was 28-10 for your Lancers, and so far it is 23-5. And right now, fourth quarter, 3 minutes left. Syracuse goes up 8-7. I don't think these scores are right. This is probably the 1-point score thing that they're doing, even though it's a multi-point scoring in Syracuse. But the league does not acknowledge that until later on for whatever reason. So, but anyway, either way, Syracuse is up 8-7 or 16-14, if you will. And here's Brad Venino with a shot off of the head, and Enrique with another goal for the Costa Rican International. 25-5, the Lancers go up.
Yeah, trying to prove a point here. Boy, Enrique really coming on strong this game in the production. Not overly celebratory. He's just here to do business. And, yeah, impressive posting his shot, staying with it. Venino had the initial shot that went off the face of
one of the Harrisburg players, but Tim Mel tried to save that.
I'm going down this list, and I'm looking for a name I can pronounce. I'm just going to give it to somebody with a name that's easy to pronounce. Got hit in the face.
It might have been Craig Tyrell, I think, got hit in the face. But anyway, Enrique with another goal, and he's on fire right now. Had a goal and I think 3 assists last game, and tonight 2 goals for him. Brad Venino gets the assist on that one. Lancers up 25-5. About 8 minutes left here in Rochester, New York, and the Lancers keep on coming down for their fans. Here's Joey Tavernese trying to do his magic, but no way is David Cash going to let him do that. Cash kind of loses the ball, and here comes Joey Tavernese to Mauricio Salas, the Brazilian, with the cracked cheekbone, suffered an elbow in the face in Baltimore. Doug wanted him the rest of this game for the playoffs, and Mauricio says, hey, I'm here. I came all the way from Brazil to play. He has a pretzel franchise that he owns in Brazil, Mr. Pretzel Franchise. He's like, hey, I came all the way to this country to play for you guys. I don't care if I got a broken cheekbone. I'm still playing.
Yeah, he's up here in the winter without his beloved pretzels. And, lucky he has Salvatore's Pizza and Dunkin' to fill in the meantime. But, boy, if he's going to be here, he's going to play. He is a competitor for sure. I enjoy watching him play all the time. He competes.
Wait, Lancer Louie's going to be singing now. We've never seen this before.
It's a lip sync.
You think? No way.
Oh, he's holding the microphone. Get out of here.
Well, next home game, Sunday, March 1st, 4 p.m. Make sure you're here. Lancers up 25-5. We'll be back here on the Lancers Broadcast Network, baby. We're back here live in Rochester, New York, where everyone's having a good time, dancing. Great stuff. Wow. The Lancers are up 20. The Lancers are up 25-5. Hopefully, we're going to go back to those girls in a few minutes. Lancers up 25-5. Elliot Fauski in the house. Soccer Sam here. Elbow to the face. That was not good. That was not good. Oh, man. Who's this down?
Looks like, Earthquake Jake the Snake bringing nothing fake. Schindler hit the turf after receiving an elbow from it looks like Craig Tyrell.
Craig's going over to make sure he's okay. It was an unintentional elbow to the face. That happens sometimes. Mauricio's threatening his life right now. Here we go. Let's see what happens here. Jake Schindler's like, okay, I'm good. I'm going to go around you. I'm going to go around the boards. I got it. Boom! There it is. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. That was an elbow to the face. Here's a better angle here.
That was intentional.
This is not good. This is a blue card, red card, green card. Give him some kind of card. Here it is. Boom! Wow. That is elbow. Jake the Snake Schindler. Mauricio Doug Miller's out there. That was very bad, very vicious foul there by Craig Tyrell.
Wow.
Now,
that's a real elbow to the head.
Yes.
Nothing fake about that.
Yeah, our producer John Catalano. Those fans both won those seats for tonight's game, and they're getting a tour of the production room later.
So we're trying to sort this out here.
Yeah.
A blue card and a yellow card were shown. Now, if one player receives 2 cards, another teammate must sit for that duration of time. So I don't know if Tyrell had received 2 cards or if another player came in and got the yellow. Now it looks like Val Teixeira has also received a yellow. So that's 3 cards, 2 yellows and a blue. Now a yellow card means you have to sit but not play down a man. So you sit for 5 minutes. A blue card, you sit for 2 minutes and you play a man down for that 2-minute period. So Harrisburg should be down 1 man on the field, but they have 3 players in the penalty box, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow, that's pretty good math there. Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, I did that all on one hand.
We are way up here, and we don't have much communication. We don't have any communication with the box right now. Looks like
there's not a single smoke signal.
Look like
all game.
Rich Randall, the president of Lancers, over there trying to figure out what's going on, so we can tell the fans here. But this is what I think is going on right now. Is the referees saw how vicious this was, and I think they want to give him a red card. They're thinking about it. And he's just Craig Tyrell saying, somebody just give me a green card. I want to stay in this country. And they keep on going back to those 2 girls on the scoreboard. We're not sure who they are. I saw them earlier in the production room. We're not sure what they were doing in there, but they are here. And let's see what's going on here. We're back live. Well, anyway, the Lancers up 25-5. Lancers next home game March 1st here. It's a Sunday. Baltimore, the Blast coming to town. Ed Hale be here. First playoff game March 5th. 872 kick or ourlancers.com. Get your tickets. Right, Elliot? You're right. Wait, there's 3 guys in the box, like you said.
Correct.
They're like, hey, guys, what's going on?
I saw Val Teixeira get a yellow card after the fact. I am unclear on the initial 2 cards. Well, the blue card was clearly for Craig Tyrell. Then another yellow card was shown. I don't know if that was for Craig also or somebody else. Okay. So we just learned that 18, Craig Tyrell, has a blue and a yellow. So he has a teammate serving the yellow for him. He is serving the blue. So somebody's got to pay the debt, you know what I'm saying? It's like going to college. You, your parents, somebody got to do it. Hopefully you get a little debt forgiveness. I don't think the referees are showing that on this one.
Well, it'll be yeah. Pat Thompson got a yellow card for violating the official's crease. That little circle around the box there. You can't go in there. It's like my wife put one of those at our house. It's awful. I hate when that happens.
Right by the dog bed.
Here it is. Oh, Hoxie wide open. Hoxie's like, give me that one back.
Yeah.
Solace to Hoxie. No play there. Hoxie still got a little shoulder injury and a hand injury. Bowling. He wears the bowling wrist there. Bowling taped wristband there.
Yeah, huge bowler. You know, he's just the dude abides. He's very inspired by that movie, and he's been bowling left-handed. You know, he wore out his right arm, and then he went to left-hand, and now his left hand sustained a bowling injury. But, you know, he's finding a way to fight through that.
He's such a tough guy, Andrew Hoxie, the big smooth.
Yeah, if you've seen him bowl, you know how tough he is.
Oh, Hantes could have had his first goal. A little relaxed there, and they're trying to give him a goal, and he had 2 chances back-to-back from Hoxie. Sean Hantes a little too relaxed, and here's his chance again. Hoxie's like, get ready, man. Yeah. I'm going to give you a goal, man.
Well, it reminds me I caught a fish in a creek when I was little by my house, and sometimes when they're out of their natural habitat, they just won't eat. And Hantes, maybe he's not super comfortable with game time at this point, but I'm saying eat, man. I put this fish in a tarp in a hole, and I was dropping these, like, played-out night crawlers that were, like, deader than doornails. Whoa.
There it is.
There he is. He ate. He took the worm. He took the bait.
He listened to you. He did a three-pointer.
Oh, my gosh.
That was a three-pointer.
Somebody listened to me. That's amazing.
Sean Hanty's Rochester's own. Look at his fan base. They said, shoot, baby, shoot. He shoots 28-5. Sean Hanty's from Rochester, New York, part of the Lancers 2 team with a goal here from Brad Venino.
Eat the worm, my fishy friend. 3-point goal for the rookie. Hometown hero today.
One of the all-time greatest Lancer players who ended up becoming a San Diego Sockers, New York Arrows player, Bronco Segota, wore that number 20 in the Lancers Wall of Fame here at the Blue Cross Arena and in the Indoor Soccer Hall of Fame. Bronco wore the number 20, so proud, and Sean grew up as a huge fan of Bronco Segota, and that was the number he wanted, and he wears it proudly. Lancers up 28-5. 5 minutes left here in Rochester, New York. The Harrisburg Heat struggling with the shots. You got to get in front of your guys, man. You got to put pressure on the kicker, on the shooter, and you can't give them any time in this league. Soccer Sam here with Elliot. What are you looking for in those pants, man? Where'd you get those pants anyway? Those, what is it, leopard skin? What is that? Leopard or?
Yeah, that's a leopard print. Up on the high plains, I chased down a cheetah that was chasing down a gazelle, and I saved the gazelle's life and made pants out of the cheetah. And some people think I'm barbaric to wear it. They don't understand I saved a gazelle's life that day. I rarely get thanked, but we don't do it for thanks. We do it on principle.
Elliot, you know, you had the whole fishing story, and I tell you, ever since they opened up Wegmans, we stopped hunting and fishing. I mean, in this community. I mean, why waste the time? Just go to Wegmans.
I'll look into that. Sounds intriguing. They call that a grockery store?
Wegmans, one of the finest grocery stores in the country, based here out of Rochester. If you if you come here for a playoff game, please check out a Wegmans. It's a institution here in Rochester. People come from all over for tours, and we hope to see you during the playoffs. All you Baltimore fans or Syracuse fans obviously are going to be coming, and we're probably going to beat Baltimore and Syracuse. Here's Crawford, open shot again, and a miss, and Tyler Whitmer with another miss, and that's what I'm talking about. You got to finish those guys. They got to work on that. That changes the game. You had chances earlier on, you missed, and chances throughout the game, and that's the difference here. You know, the coach, Tariq Walkers, had put together an amazing team, but they got to finish their chances. It's all about confidence, and they're lacking that little bit of a confidence, I think, at times.
Yeah, and that momentum, you know, you don't just lose the points for the goal, you lose the chance to shift the momentum. Indoor goes and runs. You know, the tendency is such a fast game is goals come in pairs and threes. And, you know, when you score, you stop that run. So, unable to convert there.
It was nice work, though, by Salas and El Toro. An unselfish play in there. El Toro just ran into Tim Mel, and the referee saw it. He said, hey, you can't do that. Steve Montanino, the referee, said, I think, honestly, I think what Perez did, he bumped him by accident, then he went to kind of apologize, and I think the referee thought there was something else going on, like they were fighting, but I think it was more of like, hey, I'm sorry I did that, shouldn't have. And here we go, Brad Venino with the ball right now for your Lancers to Mauricio Salas, the Brazilian, looking for Tavernese. Tavernese, fourth goal of the night. Joey Tavernese, fourth goal of the night. The Lancers go up 30-5 against the Harrisburg Heat, and it's Tavernese from Salas. Not good for Harrisburg right now.
No, that's a tough one. 30, Yaikel Perez turns 30 today. An interesting fun fact that all you out there, I'm sure, were elated to learn. Yeah, this is running away with this game. This is a tough spot for Harrisburg. We've seen the frustration in them and some of the challenges and tackles, and you know they're not giving up. They've been fighting all year and they're still fighting now. So, you know, for us in this game, we need to just make sure that we keep our cool. We are going to the playoffs. We need to not get sucked into anything overly physical, and just kill the game with possession.
And I think that's what we've been trying to do. But sometimes, you know, when you get in that much room, you're just taking advantage. Like, you know, right now, Sal's like, you know, we got, 5,000 plus fans here. I'm just going to shoot. Sal's with a three-pointer. He's doing the dance. And Salas goes up into the crowd, I think. He's going into the crowd. He's never done this before. We've never done this before. Mauricio Salas, it's not easy to get into the crowd. Mauricio Salas, they're showing this. He's going up. Let's see where he's going. Mauricio Salas, I don't want to block the camera guy. He goes to pick up his daughter and kisses his wife. There he is, the Brazilian, giving up a lot. The beaches of Brazil, beautiful sunshine to be here, to be part of the Lancers. The Lancers up 33-5, and Mauricio Salas with a three-pointer. And the first time we've ever seen a celebration like that in Rochester, Elliot.
Yeah, I mean, that was very enthusiastic. That showed some perseverance. He had to first of all, get out of the fishbowl. You know, it's not easy to get out of the arena with the boards and everything. He did that, and then he had to work through throngs of adoring fans to get to his wife and two daughters who have, like you said, sacrificed so much to be here coming from Brazil. So that's great to see that passion and enthusiasm.
Well, a final here from Syracuse. The Syracuse, they won 20-16, we believe. Either way, the Syracuse Silver Knights won. We think it was 2016. And first time in Lancer history, our team has scored 30-plus points in a game, thanks to Eric Trendle, future Papa-to-be, our PR director, my good buddy from way back, many, many years covering soccer in this community or being part of soccer in this community. First time in our history, plus 30 points for the Lancers.
Yeah, that's some serious production. We definitely had some guys put up a lot of numbers through the course of a season, but in one game, yeah, this is really something else.
Well, John Catalano, our producer, keeps on saying things in my ear about the next game, March 1st. Make sure we're going to do something really special on the air. He's going to hopefully replace me. That's what he's saying. But I will be doing the broadcast in Syracuse. I'm not sure with or without you, Elliot, but I will be in Syracuse on Sunday, 4 o'clock start on Fickle 93.3 FM and on the MISL Soccer. You can watch the broadcast on MISL Soccer Live. And the announced attendance tonight, 5,117. 5,117. Roads are closed, below 5 degrees temperature here. Car washes are closed, stores are closed because of the brutal cold weather, but 5,000 fans show up. Unbelievable, and what a save there by Marcelo. Another chance for Harrisburg. Marcelo with an amazing save. Rebound came out, and Harrisburg had a chance, didn't go in for him, Elliot.
Yeah, I mean, you've been talking about it all game. If they were a little sharper on their finishing today, this is definitely not the blowout it is right now.
Final seconds of play here. There it is. The Rochester Lancers beat the Harrisburg Heat 33-5. What a performance by the Lancers offense. And Harrisburg played their hearts out, didn't give up to the end. And both teams now are applauding the fans. Great to see that, Elliot.
Yeah, good classy effort. I mean, obviously the disparity in the score. I hope there's no disrespect taken, but it's just a good, hard-fought game all around. Harrisburg trying to score to the bitter end, staying hungry. I respect that. If I'm going down, I always try to go down with a fight. It's important to respect the game and just I mean, what can you say? We got the better of them today by a long shot.
Well, I mean, the Lancer players are thanking the fans are thanking the players for a great performance. I mean, it's a night out. It's a Thursday night. I mean, there's no school this week, but it's bitter cold out. People have a chance to get out of their houses and enjoy a game. And those of you that are watching or listening, I mean, you got to see a lot of great goals by the Lancers, a lot of guys that didn't get a lot of playing time, including Sean Hantes with a three-pointer tonight. So give these guys credit. And, players are running around thanking the fans, including Joey Capinos is kind of giving his brother Jamie Capinos some game day notes, I think, on what happened today.
Yeah, I think they're talking about what they're going to do after the game because they won't do anything by themselves. I live with them, and they're like marionettes, like puppets. You know, the same puppet master moves one thing and both their arms go up with the same coffee cup at the same time. Los Dos Capinos today. Only Uno Capino played. Joey Capinos wasn't in goal today.
Let's go down to Soccer Sammy.
Soccer fans, thank you so much for coming out on this blistery cold day for another amazing game by your Rochester Lancers. Here I have the Blue Rock Energy player of the game, Joey Chavanisi. With bunches of goals tonight, we got 4 goals tonight. How does it feel as you move on to Syracuse and then Baltimore?
It's a good win for us. As always, want to thank the fans. Thank you for coming out. We're just looking to build against Syracuse and Baltimore, and we know those are our next 2 opponents in the playoffs, and that's the main goal in the end, to win those games.
Awesome. Again, awesome job tonight. Thank you. All right, next here we have Sean, who just got his very first professional goal of his career, correct? Awesome. How does that feel to you?
Amazing, amazing. I mean, score in front of all these fans, in front of family and friends, I mean, it's an amazing feeling. I just want to thank everybody for coming out today. Great crowd.
Awesome, yes. Thank you again, crowd, for coming out. An amazing, amazing night. Again, the biggest score gap that we've had in Lancers history. All right, next we have your captain, Mauricio Salas. Awesome job tonight. As a captain, another hat trick. What does this mean to you going on to Syracuse and Baltimore?
It means confidence. When our team building confidence, we had a goal today to don't let them score more than 2 goals. We tried to have a shootout, we couldn't, but I think 2 goals is good enough. We defend well. We knew probably we would win the game, but it would be how we would win it, and I think we won in a good way. And we hope you guys had fun. That's all it matters.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Congrats again. All right, Doug Miller, congrats on another win tonight. An amazing, amazing scoring game. What does this mean to you going on to Syracuse and then eventually the playoffs?
Well, as Mauricio said, this is about confidence. We have 3 preseason games. These are preseason games for us for the postseason, and it's about getting us and preparing us, to play Syracuse and Baltimore in the Eastern Division and on our way to win an MASL championship. And as Mauricio said, we had a goal, 2 goals or less. They've done that, and we've built some confidence. So we're really proud of the guys. We want to see you guys back here for the first because it's going to be Baltimore. It's going to be a showdown on Sunday, March 1st.
It's going to be a great game, and we're looking forward to it. Thank you again. Thank you. Thanks. All right, fans, like I said, thank you again for coming out to an amazing game. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Drive safe, and back to you, Soccer Sam.
All right, that's Brooke. They call him They call her Soccer Sammy Elliott. But hey, what can I say? Let's just think about the playoffs next. You're a player. You're probably going to be playing in the playoffs. Syracuse, and then Baltimore, and then on to the MASL championship.
Yeah, I mean that's a run. It's daunting if you think about it all at once, but really you just take it one series at a time. We have Syracuse first. That's secure, regardless of the result today for us and Syracuse. We're going to face each other March 5th at home, March 8th at their place at the Yawn Center. We are definitely looking forward to it. It's a beautiful, bitter rivalry, friendly, in-between times, maybe off-season. I have respect for Tommy Tanner and what he's doing there as an organization, as a team. I know a lot of the players. I respect them and like them as people. However, we are definitely wanting to go in there and snatch that victory from him and move on to Baltimore, get my identity back from Ed Hale, the Hailstorm, and keep plugging away at it, right to the championship, baby.
All right. On behalf of our producer, John Catalano, Elliot Fauski, Dom Vieira, Mary, this is Soccer Sam Fantuzzo. Have yourself a great, great soccer weekend, and if you can, feel it, baby. Feel the kick for life.